is going on, my homies? I have one of your favorite videos that you guys absolutely love, and this has been kind of a fun trip for me because finding the perfect bass boat is a process. You know, you need something that fits you, but I have one of my very best buddies with me, and he's gonna walk through a boat that you guys have mentioned in the comments box a whole bunch. You see that tall ginger guy over there? Yeah, oh. And he's drinking a beer, so he's gonna tell us honest to God, straight up, what is going on with this boat. We got an F20 Falcon Predator right behind us, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're gonna talk to Ginger Jake and find out about this boat walkthrough. F20 So first off, he needs no introduction. This is my boy, JT Kenney. Go find him on YouTube. What's your YouTube, man?
JT Kenney Fishing.
JT Kenney Fishing.
Yep.
And if you guys want to know anything about the Palm Bay area, he fishes like Stick Marsh, Headwaters, one of the most epic lakes in the country. Dude has some epic videos, which I actually helped to shoot and edit. So go check that out, because it's kind of cool stuff. I think it is, because I helped to make it. But JT works with Falcon, and he's got an F20 Predator, which you guys have mentioned a whole bunch. So let's start with the basics, JT. How big is this boat, lengthwise, like beams, specs? Kind of tell me a little bit about it.
So I'll be completely honest with you. I don't know exactly all that stuff, and I'm sure a quick Google search or whatever your search engine of choice is will tell you that. What I do know is it's a short 20 foot. It's like 20 foot 2, 20 foot 3 inches. It's really, really, really wide. But one of the things I really like about it is how wide it is. And dude, this thing jumps up on plane. Like honest to goodness, it does. Full tank of gas, 2 guys in it, no gas, just me in it, whatever. And I'm almost as big as 2 guys anyway, so whatever. It really gets on plane quick, and that's really cool. You know, most of my fishing I do is down here in Florida. Jumps up on plane really quick. But like, you guys know me, I'm just honest, right? Like, it's a 20-foot bass boat, okay? Like, nobody's reinventing the mousetrap here. But it does have some really cool little things that I especially like. Like I said, one of them is that it's a very wide fishing platform. So, you know, if you're on the front and your co-angler's on the back and he's walking back and forth, the boat doesn't list a whole lot. You know what I mean? It stays really, really level. Probably one of the coolest things, though, I really like, and I want to show you right off the bat, is the way the rod lockers open. Check this out. They open like that. Instead of opening this way. So when I'm in the garage in the shop here and I want to rig some rods and do stuff like that, I'm not either having to crawl in the boat or trying to reach around and get, you know, look, I just walk right up. Check this out. We got a nickel spinnerbait, swim jig. I might want to retie those. Oh, there's my launch frog. I caught a few on that today. Definitely want to retie those. Well, that's pretty easy, wasn't it? Like, instead of crawling around, like when I first saw this, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, you get that, like, why didn't anybody else think of that? Like, it's one of those just like mind blown, and like, I can't believe that I didn't think of that, and now I feel dumber, but whatever. But anyway, that's one of the really cool things I like about it. It's got a really cool little, move my Miller Lite here. It's got a really cool little day box right here. I actually use this as a trash can, but it's got a really cool little day box right there. This is a really cool thing too, and not Mikey's Copenhagen can. So the cooler, if you look back here, so the cooler actually comes underneath here. So even though you think the cooler's just that step part, it's not. It actually extends all the way under here. So it has a really big cooler. Now, yes, if something's back in there, you have to reach your arm back under there, but it definitely has a lot bigger cooler than most of these boats that just have just the step. So it extends a lot further. It doesn't extend underneath the console that way, but it extends this way. So I really, really like that. It's got a big center console. The seats are really, really comfortable. I'm a really tall guy, so I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm, you know, honest John here. There could be a little more leg room, but I'm 6'4", so I'm a tall guy. There could be a little more leg room They're coming out with a 21 Predator, which is what I'm going to have next year. It's got 5 inches more leg room. So when we us tall guys told them at Falcon that we needed a little more leg room, they took it to heart and put 5 more inches in the 21. So, but like I said, the 20, it's a little short. Like if you're 6 foot, if you're 6'2", it's fine. But if you're just a little bit taller guy, my knees kind of get up close to the end there. Another one of the really cool things about a Falcon, obviously it's got awesome live wells, it's got big storage, it's got, they all do at this point, okay? Like I said, we're not reinventing the mousetrap. I'm just gonna show you the things that are cool about a Falcon. But what's really cool is how the whole back opens up and it's huge. So when you wanna get in here and whether you want to work on something or you just want to clean it up, I got my spare life jackets back here. I wear one of the little suspender kind, but I just have these back here just, for code or whatever you want to call it, whatever states have this and that. Then you can see my Battleborn batteries. I got my spare prop in here, power pole charge.
I want to stop you for a second. The power pole charge, is it up?
Dude, power pole charge, if I had more hands, I would have them all the way up. I always thought that if I had a third hand, I would want it in the middle of my chest, just for dancing purposes. But anyway, no, power pole charge is wide open, thumbs up. Honestly, you know what? Right here, here's my phone. Let's have a little experiment, shall we, with the power pole charge. This will be fun. So, here's my phone, Sea Monster app. We're gonna hit that. It's scanning for power pole products. Okay, here's my boat. Okay, we're gonna connect. So I fished. How long did we fish? We fished probably 7 or 8 hours, 6 or 7, 8 hours. So 2 of my batteries are at 100%. This one is still showing 13.8. So that's like 97.948%.
And you haven't plugged it in.
No, that's the point. I haven't plugged it in. We just ran down, like halfway down headwaters, fished, and ran halfway back. There's no reason to plug this boat in. Absolutely none. It's using the power off the Mercury or whatever outboard you have, in my opinion. If it's not a Mercury, well, I don't know what you're thinking. But like it uses that power and it charges your whole system. It charges all your batteries. And the other cool thing is, see this emergency start available? So it's not, right? But if it was, that little thing would be lit up. If your cranking battery was dead, it will take power from my Battleborn trolling motor batteries, and it like understands how to reverse polarity and do whatever kind of fancy crap that I don't know how to do, but I know I can go to my phone and switch that little thing, and I don't have to go find somebody with jumper cables or jump off my... The power pole charge does it by itself. It just does it. So the power pole charge is absolutely amazing. Like I said, like if you have to work on anything or install anything or put more accessories or work on your transducer or pumps or anything, there's no boat that's easier than a Falcon to do that. And the cool thing about the Falcon is that these guys, so the guys that own it, it's Steven and Tim. And like they're boat builders, they're mechanics, they're not these, just corporate fancy sit behind a desk dudes. Like they're get their hands dirty dudes, and they realize working on stuff like how much easier that is. Some of the other stuff, I'll take you over here. Of course, we got the TH Marine jack plate, my awesome Mercury 4-stroke on it, power poles. But here's another thing I really like about the Falcon. Instead of a big fancy freaking digitalized all this crap, your control panel here for all your lights, for your live wells and all that stuff, it's just heavy duty rocker switches. Like if that breaks, dude, I can pop that rocker switch out and put the 2 wires together and make my live wells work. And I'm not gonna be that dude at the boat ramp going, well, I had 30 pounds, but they're all dead, so now I only have 27 and a half or whatever. No. Or my lights, for whatever reason, quit working. I can just pop that out and touch the wires together and make it work and get myself back to the ramp. Like, I really like that. Check this out. A lot of the boats don't have this anymore. Old school circuit breakers. Look at that. Look. Boop, boop, boop. You have to make that noise too when you do it. Boop, boop, boop. Just like that. But old school circuit breakers, like, it's, this area of the boat right here is like, it's heavy duty old school that you can actually work on. Like some of the other boats that have that big digital panel, one little thing goes out of that panel, junk. The whole thing's junk, boat doesn't run, live wells don't work, motor doesn't start, nothing happens. With this, it's all just one thing, and you can pop the switch out and fix it. Like, it's absolutely amazing. It's got a nice little day box right here, which a lot of other boats do. I do like that this one, even though I don't use it as a rod blocker, right now I got my Lowrance active target thing mounted up here. I just have some wet rain gear in there because we got a little rain shower today. But this opens up too, so you can get in there. Actually, I'm gonna take this rain gear out of here because I'm gonna dry that off. And then of course, you get up here. I mean, like I said, it's a bass boat. It's got the recessed trolling motor. I got Bass Boat Technologies mounts on it. It's got a Minn Kota on it. My new one's gonna have a Lowrance. I've used some Lowrances on some of my buddies' boats, and I like it a little bit better. Got my active target on here, dude. That thing is freaking sweet. Trailer's pretty cool.
Hold on, tell me, like, I can see that your deck is a little elevated.
Oh yeah,
here.
look
tell
here.
me a little bit about
this. See how it runs right along there? So the front deck, and there's some other boat companies that do this too, but the front deck definitely has a much more pad, much thicker padding on it. It's all padded, but it's a much thicker pad on the front deck. And yeah, this is where you're standing all the time. You're standing up here. So that's really a cool deal on it. So far I love the trailer. One of the really cool things I like about the trailer, some of the other boats, and especially the last boat that I ran for a long time, it had the jack was under here. This thing was under here, and you had to wind it all the way up to get it to go down. Where this one, you just have to wind it a little bit, you pull a little pinch, you're ready to go. It's got the swing tongue on it, I mean, like I said, that's the little cool stuff that I really like about it. I'll be honest with you, as far as speed, it runs about 72, which in my opinion is pretty average. Yeah, there's some boats out there that run a little bit faster than that, and there's a lot of them that run a little bit slower than that. But that's real time. So I get about 72. I will admit this, my prop speed up a little bit, and I'm not a top speed guy, and I don't care. Maybe you could get 73, 74, 75 out of it with the perfect prop and maneuver your tackle around to make the weight distribution better. I'm getting that with two big dudes and, full tank of gas. And so that's like, in my terms, that's real world speed. That's not, some other boat dealer that takes you on a test drive and there's nothing but 2 life jackets in the boat and 7 drops of gas. And they're like, look, this boat does 75 miles an hour. Well, of course it does, Elmer, when there's no weight in it, right? I'm talking real world, live wells full, 50 some gallons of fuel in it, 2 dudes that are overweight and probably should be on a diet, and way too much tackle that's not positioned properly in the boat, and it runs 72. So you guys that are all into that stuff, you'd probably get faster than that. Like I said, I got a beat up prop and get 72, so whatever. So Mikey, what do you think?
I think it's an awesome boat, but I want you, so JT actually shot a video, but we're going to Bojangle his video because I want you guys to tell them, he did a good job on the specs of the boat, but he did something custom right here. Tell me what you did with this fender here, because that's something that I think anybody can do on their boat if they want to do a little mod.
You could, and luckily Falcon puts these really heavy duty stainless steel fenders on there. And I actually asked them about it, and they don't recommend that you stand on this. But dude, I weigh 250 pounds. We're good, right?
Yeah,
we're good. So I put this piece of C-deck on here, and it just is a really easy place, because when you try to step here, it's your knees under there and all this stuff. So I got this piece of C-deck made. And actually, I didn't get it made. So my buddy Rob Branagh, that owns Aquatech Marine, who is a Falcon dealer. He sells some other brands too. Right here in Palm Bay, he got them made and liked it so much on his F20 that he was like, dude, you know, here, I got this guy, you know, he'll do them. So I had him make me some for mine too. And I really, really like that. And it's, you know, it's that non-skid stuff. So you just jump right up in there. Of course, I always, I may get myself into a little bit of a situation every once in a while. So I always have my super stick push pole mounted right there. Every boat I have, not the offshore boat, but every boat I have, I always have that mounted in there. That's got me out of a couple of sticky situations over the years. So, but that's pretty much the walkthrough. Like I said, that's the cool stuff about the Falcon. You know, it's got everything that every other, you know, 20-foot bass boat has out there, plus all the stuff that we just talked about. So I really like it, and you guys know me, I'm pretty straightforward. So if I didn't like it, I would probably say I don't like it.
Well, it's going to be a wrap. JT kind of took the reins on this video, which is absolutely awesome. I will put a link to JT, but where's your YouTube?
JT Kenney Fishing.
Go check it out. JT is good people, dude. I love this guy. But I'll put a link to Falcon Boats too, so you can go check out all the specs down in the description box. But the search for the perfect bass boat continues. Will it be an F20 putter? I don't know. It's an epically sweet boat. And the big deck, which he started off with, is a huge selling point. They literally use #BigDeck as their little call sign on the webs, which I think is pretty cool. But it's a lot of space to film, a lot of space for Bog to be laying down on. Yeah, you like big decks and you cannot lie. But it's a cool boat. I've been in it. She flies, dude, and she fishes really well. Hit that like and subscribe button, and go like and subscribe JT's videos, because he's a super cool dude. But we'll see you next time, maybe going through another boat or doing some fishing. Tight lines till then.